What is up, everybody? What is up? Thanks for hanging out with us on this Friday Eve. We are Sports Take, JAKIB Sports YouTube Network. That is Derek Gunn. I am Rob Ellis, and there is our guy, Barrett Brooks. B, what's going on, my man?
Bro, I'm good, Robert. Really good, man. Oh, you're Rob. I'm sorry, Rob. Your son is Bobby.
You can call me Robert.
Robert.
Okay.
I just like saying that, Robert.
I like
Robert. What's going on?
I call him Robert when I want to get under his skin.
Right.
Robert Patrick, get over here.
Robert Patrick, get over here, boy.
I know I'm in trouble. That was it. You hear that? The trigger, man, those words. But good to see everybody. What's up, Trat Section? What's up, Robert? What's up, Tailored Mayo? Christy, our girl, little Tone, Miguel, Raptor Strikes, Ween Bull, Eric, M. Reyes. If I missed anybody, Jeremy, I see all you guys. I appreciate all you guys. Good hanging out with everybody. Beautiful day in our neck of the woods, our neighborhood.
It's supposed to be like 70-something today, bro.
Yeah, man, at 70-something, and I think even warmer, D-Gun, right up your alley here. 75 today, 82 tomorrow, my man. I think tomorrow's your deck day is tomorrow. I think you got to get out on the deck.
Tomorrow?
I think so. What's up, Philly? What's up, Lando Media? What's up, Keith? What's up, Brett?
It all depends on when this guy comes. I got to find out. This guy we have cutting our grass, he'll show up on a Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. There's no consistency with this dude. I understand he has another job.
Yeah.
But if he comes tomorrow and then all you hear is, brrr, that's not good. So I got to find out, excuse me, when he's coming before I make that determination. Because then sometimes he'll tell me, I'll be there Thursday, shows up Friday.
All right.
I always tell him, can you cut it Friday, Saturday? But he can't because of his job. So I'm thinking, I may have to get somebody else, man, because, when he cuts my grass grows so fast. He cuts it on a Wednesday. By Saturday, it doesn't look like it's been cut.
That quick?
Oh, my grass grows. When you get any kind of moisture on my grass here, this grass grows, bro.
Wow.
So
I go once a week. I do mine once a week.
Once a week, bro.
Yeah, and I'll weed whack.
I cut my dandelions once a week.
Yeah. I got mushrooms out there growing too.
Yeah, I haven't got those yet. Why don't you just treat it?
I do treat it, man.
Treat it, just spray it.
I do. I treat it, whatever it is. I don't know. I got some tough SOBs in my yard, bro.
Yeah.
I do too, man. I pull some dandelions out with 6-8-inch roots at the bottom. I'm like, how in the world? Right. And you got to take one of those little shovels and dig them out. You can't just pull them out because they break off and then they come back. So you got to take a little shovel, dig around them, and pop them babies out. You know what I have a problem with more than anything? I guess not a problem because even when you pull them up, they smell pretty good. Is those wild onions, the little onions?
Yeah.
Those little things grow everywhere, man. And you pull them up, they smell good, but it's like, can't use them.
Yep. You never try to eat them? Put in your salad?
Not the wild ones, no. Not the wild ones.
That can make for an interesting evening.
Right.
You get the right one, man. Woohoo! Yeah, I hear you. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well out there. We got a busy day in Philadelphia sports. So here's what we have, guys. We have a game 3. I guess, what is it? The quarterfinals? And then next round is the semis. And then it's the conference championship. And then it's the finals. Yeah. So it's in we're in that stage.
Yeah.
So game 3, Sixers and Nets. Phillies start a homestand against Colorado Rockies, 640. They're looking to string together consecutive series wins. And then now we are officially 1 week away from the NFL draft. And Eagles made a move yesterday, guys. They made a move. They acquired a receiver. They signed a receiver from the Falcons. I've gone back and forth on his name. Olamide Zaccheaus.
Local kid, too.
There you go.
Yeah. South Jersey. Went to Zaccheaus Prep, which is a factory for folks outside of the area. They turned out a lot of.
And Trott's sons go there.
Trott's sons both went there. John Runyon's son went there.
Yep.
Marvin Harrison Jr. went there.
Yep.
DeAndre Swift went there. We could go on and on and on, but there's been a lot. But Zaccheaus is a 5'8", not a big dude, 193 pound. He's played 4 years with the Falcons, came out of Virginia. Last year, pretty solid, 40 catches, 533 yards, 3 touchdowns.
On a team that didn't throw the ball is pretty good.
Yeah, that had, Mariota and a rookie.
Yeah.
You think about it, right?
So if you look at those numbers, man, that's pretty impressive for a team that really didn't throw the ball. They ran the ball for the most part. They couldn't throw the ball over 15 yards the entire year. You know, their offense was so bad, man. So that's why I'm trying to figure out why they're just going defense, unless they're just going draft offense. They went straight defense in the offseason.
Well, I want to know, can he block? Because in this offense, the slot receiver has to block. So can he block? That's one thing Zach Pascal could do was block.
Yeah.
Zach didn't get many looks in this offense. When you think about, we were excited about bringing him over from the Colts as a slot receiver. He didn't get many touches, but he was an accomplished blocker. Mm-hmm. Can this kid block? Because Quez Watkins, like his catching, when it comes to blocking, it's not just a job, it's an adventure.
I'll tell Quez that. Quez is angry.
Oh, Quez fired up on Twitter today.
Hey, you know what?
Vanity and everything.
I like that. I like that.
What?
The fact that he's fired up and he's pissed off. He should have been that way during the season. Yeah. But I like the fact that he's pissed off about it because you don't go out there and do something about it. Well, if it takes us getting into his skin for him to go out there and produce the way he needs to produce, then so be it, man. It didn't take that much for me. It didn't take anybody saying anything about me. I was self-motivated. I wanted to be great. So if it takes people getting on his nerves and talking bad about him, no, not even talking bad about him. And let's get this out of the way. I want to say this first. It's not we're talking bad about him. We're telling the truth about the inconsistency and him not doing his job. That's what we're talking about. Now, if you're pissed off about that, then change the narrative.
Well, here's the thing. When you've had the inconsistencies in your young career that he's had, you don't need to be spouting off on social media. You know what? If you're that ticked off, show me.
Right.
Because if you just dropped the F-bomb on Twitter to everybody who's doubted you. If you go out and do the same thing, guess what? The boos are going to rain down even more so now because you've antagonized people.
And he gonna
keep
get
your mouth closed.
Yeah, he's gonna get a bunch of
FUs. Let's let people know what he said. So he tweeted out, I guess this was in response to the Zaccheaus signing.
Yeah.
He said, I'm not going to use the word, but he said, quote, "I'm going to make y'all eat every bleeping word." Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, look, I'm with you, Barrett. Like, I'm glad he's playing with an edge, but you know,
keep your mouth closed.
Right. And he himself said after the season, I didn't have a good year. So this is the big leagues, man. You get questioned about stuff. It's the way it goes.
What do you expect? This ain't college where everybody treats you with kid gloves because you're the big man on campus. You're the little dog in the big pond now. You want to be a big dog, you got to bark louder. Catch the ball. Yep. Catch the dang ball. You know, that's what you're here for.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. I mean, it's all about production. It's all about you going out there and doing your job. If I don't come here on this show and do my job, then people are going to talk about me. Well, people are talking about him because he didn't do his job. Now, we could be talking about him and talking about what he did do. But he didn't do much. So what do we have to talk about? Absolutely nothing. There's my mom. And Mom, I did not cuss today.
Hi, Mama Brooks.
You haven't cussed yet, Mama Brooks. We still got a little about 2 hours and 48 minutes.
Not yet, man.
Oh, man, it's a given. It's a given.
She shot me a text. She shot me a text and said, language, son.
I'm so glad she watches over you.
I know. Well, that's so nice.
I'm so glad.
It really is.
See, when you become more disciplined like Rob and I, it's just a given. These words don't even formulate in your mind. You don't even think about certain words to say. I don't care how animated and fired up and passionate you are. These words just don't. You know what, Mama Brooks? Thank you. Thank you, Mama Brooks, for staying on him because he wouldn't listen to me all those years when I worked with him.
I don't know. There it is.
I hear you.
There it is.
But look, if this is what you need to so a couple things. Hey, if you're fired up, great. Carry it right on over and put your money where your mouth is. I'm cool. That's fine. But Barrett, I'm with you. Like, did it take this? Took the Eagles signing this guy to get you fired up? I don't love that. You should have been fired up.
They signed him and then he says something. We've been saying this for the entire offseason.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just the organization saw that they needed to fill a hole, so they went out and got somebody to fill that hole. OZ ain't playing.
Yeah.
Oz ain't playing, bro. He coming in, he's with a quarterback that'll throw the ball to him.
Yeah, he's
Oz wants to make some plays.
Yeah, he's hungry.
You know what I'm saying?
I like he's become Oz. I'm with you. That's a tough name.
Right,
I was gonna go Z-Man or Oz, but I like Oz. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. And then you see that Kenneth Gainwell is gonna be rocking the
zero.
The zero.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's cool.
I hope this doesn't come back to bite Quez. See, if he makes this comment in like Cincinnati, Green Bay, Buffalo, it's taken with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But you are in one of the more highly critical markets in all of pro football.
I
The first time he drops the ball, what's going to happen?
Tell me, he's going to get a whole bunch of FUs.
What?
He's going to get a whole bunch of FUs.
You know how many people are going to bring up this tweet in September,
they're
October?
They're going to do
absolutely
eat because he's going to make everybody eat their words.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Oh, yeah. It's coming. So, I guarantee you one thing, though. Behind his tweet, he's already had a conversation with certain individual in the Eagles organization about tweeting that. I guarantee you that.
For sure.
Yep. I'm sure. But, hey, look, anyway, this seems like I don't think we've seen terms of the deal. By the way, Howie and Nick speak at 2:15, so we'll keep you posted on anything those guys say. But it feels like one of those low risk, high reward. You're probably paying him very little for a guy who produced pretty decently last year and not a great spot. So this feels like a real nice move by the Eagles.
Howie does it again.
Yep.
He pokes and prods and finds something. And like I said, this roster is not going to be the same as it is now.
No.
Even with the draft picks they get, there's still going to be some veteran signings, because there's going to be a bunch of teams that are going to let some guys go that might not fit what they're trying to do, but it might fit what the Eagles might do. Like the Eagles are going to let some guys go that are going to fit somebody else's system. So, man, it's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of how things go in the NFL. Sometimes they like you, sometimes they don't. You got to find somebody that likes you, man.
Well, not only that, but if Howie does find a way to get more middle round draft picks, they'll draft another young receiver, or they'll pick up an undrafted free agent wide receiver as well. They'll scour the waiver wires, and who knows? Every year there's always some veteran still sitting there in August, early September. You wonder how in the world are they still out there that piques Howie's interest and bring them in. If I'm Quez, I'm thinking, all right, the message has been sent. Now it's on me. If I'm Quez, I'm out there 5 hours a day doing nothing but catching passes, either from a quarterback or the jugs machine.
Bro,
catching passes all day.
Bro, all he got to do is just go to the locker room, go to the meeting room, go outside. He will find Jalen Hurts around there somewhere.
No question. You want to look real hard
right there. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to look. All you got to look is where somebody's working out. You hear some waist clattering or you hear
someone squatting.
Right, it's gonna be Jalen, so I mean it's not gonna be like it's gonna be far from him. I will say this. Quez can be a really good player, man, if he focused. You know what I'm saying? He lacks, I think, right now the focus to be great. The focus to, go all in on what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't done that yet. He hasn't turned that switch on. I mean, you look at a focus. Watch guys like AJ. Those type of guys have a focus about them. You know what I'm saying? They're intentional about everything that they do. Very intentional. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he's got to have that same type of desire also. Smith is the same way. They got to focus to themselves. They might be high and he you know what I'm saying? but then as soon as they step on the field, everything changes. Mm-hmm. Ain't no more smiling unless we winning.
Yeah. If I'm Quez, I'm the first. I'm calling Devontae. I'm calling AJ. Hey, where are you guys working out right now?
Out of that.
Can I come down with you?
Yep. And it should have took this long to do that.
Yeah, you're right. Because now you're coming up on OTAs, and then training camp gonna be here before you know it. If I'm Quez, I'm putting all vacations on hold.
Absolutely.
Everything. Now,
Coach, exactly.
Yeah.
Look, Coach, you said big time wide receivers make big time catches in big games. He's right.
It's right.
He did. No, I mean that's what it is. Big time players step up in big time situations. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen guys, man, just take things to a totally different. Quick story, man. I played with Irvin Fryer. We're playing Dallas, and Dallas, man, that's when they had Dion, and Dion will tell you, Irvin is one of the hardest players he ever played against. I remember playing this Dallas game. I'm starting left tackle, and we ran a slant play. And each time we run a slant play, Irvin Fryer would catch it. Irv had like 120 yards on Dion. You can look it up. He had like over 120 yards on Dion. Run the same exact play. It was nothing but a slant play. And Dion is so mad and pissed off that before the play, he's pacing back and forth like this, pacing back and forth. Why do I keep letting Herb catch a slant on me? He keeps catching this daggone slant. Why is he catching a slant on him? He's pacing back and forth. Well, Herb goes out. Freddie Solomon comes in. Freddie Solomon, he's got to run the same slant. So at this point, Deion's not even looking at Freddie Solomon, but he's pacing. You see Deion pacing. Man, he keeps running the slant on me, and it's I know the protection was 2-jet, but I don't know what the route was. All I know is he's pacing like this. So my boy Freddie, because I'm looking at the play. Oh man, I got him now. So he gets down the stairs. Oh, I got Deion. He's not even paying attention to him. He's pacing back and forth. As soon as Rodney P said, hut, and they snapped the ball, Deion ran over to him, grabbed him before he could even move, grabbed him, threw him on the ground, and started pacing again. While the play is still going on, he starts pacing again. He threw my boy Freddie on the ground and started pacing back and forth because at that point, Irvin Fryer was in his head. He couldn't stop the slant. Funniest thing I ever seen in my life, man. I said, I can't believe a guy could do that, man. I mean, just like, all right, and kept on pacing. Damn. The play's still going on, and my boy Freddie's sitting on the ground looking up at him like, I mean, no flag or nothing. Yeah. He didn't let him get off the line.
Wow.
Crazy.
Interesting. Yeah, look, I mean, the receiving room right now, they still could add somebody. But you're going to have Quez battling for that 4th spot, right now. The 1-2 are, and I would guess, Zaccheaus becomes the 3. And Quez trying to be that 4 guy. I mean, that's it.
See, right now, after Devontae and AJ, there's a significant drop-off in the receiving room. Significant drop-off. Even with this addition, we don't know what he's going to be to this offense. We thought Zach Pascal was going to be a lot more. We don't know. We don't even know if he's going to make the roster, first of all.
Right.
Okay. It could be just a practice squad body. We don't know, and that's not demeaning him. I'm just saying, we don't know what they're thinking in terms of, are they just giving him a look to see if he fits here, and all of a sudden he's gone before you know it? Could he make this roster? We don't know. Are they going to draft another receiver? Are they going to pick up a low-tier veteran, a proven guy? Because, this is a dominant frontline group, but a very thin backup core of receivers right now.
You know what, though, Derek? Isn't that this team? I mean, if you think about it, look how thin they are at offensive line now.
Yeah.
Look how thin they are. This is going to be the difference between, I think, this year and last year. And you're still going to draft people, so you'll have some more depth for sure. But what's behind the Kobe Dean and Morrow?
Nothing.
What's behind Reed Blankenship and Terrell Edmonds? There's not a lot, man.
No,
there's not a lot to go around here. Not a lot in the trenches, and not a lot of other positions. I mean, really, where do you have good depth?
You got good depth at
quarterback.
Barrett said, you got a good depth at
yeah.
I'm looking at
I say quarterback.
You look at your interior defensive lineman. You got Fletch, Milton Williams, Jordan Davis, Cadavius Street.
Yeah.
You got Marlon Tuipulotu. You got Marvin Wilson, and you got Noah Ellis.
Got a little bit there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of question marks.
But see, that there is some depth at linebacker. It's just depth that there's depth.
Yeah, but there's depth, and then there's experience and proving it.
It's a big difference. This team just went from a surplus of depth across the board to a bunch of question marks depth-wise right now. And we knew that was coming. We knew it was going to happen. But this is where we are right now.
At the linebacker position, you got Davion Taylor. He got some burn the year before last. Sean Bradley, special teams guy. Kristen Ellis. I like Kristen Ellis. I think Kristen Ellis can play. I think he's going to try to fight for that starting position from Nicholas Morrow. Then you got Nicholas Morrow. You got and then Kobe Dean. So you've really got 5 linebackers for 2 positions, for 2 slots. How does Davion Taylor let Sean Bradley and Kristen Ellis jump over him in the
depth chart
in the rotation? Yeah. How does that happen? He was starting. Davion Taylor started 2 years ago. He started. He was a starting linebacker 2 years.
So what does that tell you?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. But this is Davion Taylor's in danger of not making the team.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because he's not really a special teams guy, and they will definitely keep Sean Bradley over Davion Taylor because at least when you put Sean Bradley in on defense, he'll make some plays, man.
Yeah, he'll create chaos.
He may not know what the hell he's doing, but he's gonna definitely go out there and
doing.
He's gonna hit somebody.
Right. Somebody's gonna pay the price for him being on the field. They will not, bro. Tell you a story. I had my boy, man. His name was Nate Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Nate Washington played receiver. I think he's from like Tufton University or something like that. He was on. He got to camp and he didn't know his playbook. He didn't know play. He didn't know what to do. But the coach messed around and said, "Look, son, I know you don't know what you're doing, but whenever you on that field, whatever you doing better be full speed. If you messing up, it better be a full speed rep." And it got to the point that he'd be out there, he wouldn't know what route. It was supposed to be a slant route. He'll run a go, and he'd be wide open because he's going full speed. And he made the squad just because he caused so many bombs on him because nobody, like, what offense is he running? He's running his own offense. Instead of a slant, he's running a go. Instead of a go, he's running a slant. He's running a comeback when he's not supposed to run a comeback. He's supposed to run a nine. He just was totally unorthodox in how he played the game. But he ended up always making plays. So Dave Washington ended up signing. He signed, and he was with the Eagles for about 2 or 3 years. Didn't want to sign a big deal with the Titans, man. So that's just going to show. Whatever you do it to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be out there running routes, run routes full speed. That's exactly what happened, bro. Exactly what happened. He ended up making a good career. So look it up, man. Nate Washington. You look it up. He had a nice long big time deal also with the Titans.
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. That's for sure. Yeah, but it's gonna be interesting because there are going to be position battles this year, where in the past maybe there wasn't as much. For sure. Hey, at 1 o'clock, we're going to be joined by Ian Cummings, who is an NFL draft analyst for PFN 365. So we'll talk to him about all things Eagles, what we think the Eagles may end up doing, but we'll also get into, what quarterback he likes the best. Is there who's after Bijan in his pecking order? All those kind of things. We'll get into it with Ian. Looking forward to having him on for the first time.
Oh, it is 420 day.
What is it?
I said no. It is 420 day.
It is. Yes, there may have been some people who are already having fun today. Yes, right. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, it is 420 day. Yes, for those of you who don't know, it's Barrett. Why don't you explain?
It's when you can smoke weed. This is 420. This means smoke weed day. Mm-hmm. Did you hear about the West Coast? The West Coast is throwing things all off kilter because they have so many weed farms. It's overly saturating all the all the places out there to sell the weed. So they said right now, California and Portland, both California and Portland, have over 300 million. $300 million worth of surplus weed sitting there. And they said now they're starting to, all these dispensaries are starting to illegally send weed to other places to sell it, for lower prices,
Really?
Yeah. So I'm just listening to it on the radio. I don't partake in it because I got asthma.
I just saw that Atlantic City got their first dispensary. I was surprised it was the first one. Yeah.
In fact, it opened up at 11 o'clock.
We'll be in Atlantic City next week.
That's right. Could make for a really interesting draft show. Oh, my God. Yes. All right. Well, here's what we're doing. We come back, guys. We are going to look back at the Eagles drafts the last 5 years. We'll see how Howie and crew did. See if that's any kind of window for what this year is going to look like, especially when they're picking at 10 and 30. So we will do that when we come back. Like I said, Ian Cummings in a little bit. We'll do some Sixers because they're taking on the Nets tonight in game 3. Phillies win yesterday. They actually won a series. Could they get on a roll? They're playing a bad Colorado team coming in here tonight as well. And a lot of NBA talk too with some of the other games. Some big wins last night from teams that were shorthanded. Yeah, man. Derek's Bucks went crazy in the first half in that game last night.
First half.
Woo.
Man, they were hitting threes from the Milwaukee River, man, from Lake Michigan. They were tearing it up last night, man.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. It's crazy. All right, so let's get into all that when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Barrett, Derek, Rob, hanging out with you on this Thursday, 420. We are Sports Take, JAKIB Sports YouTube Network. All right, you got the munchies. You hungry? Whatever it takes, man. Bravo Pizza of Havertown is there for you. Yes. Bravo Pizza of Havertown is a sponsor of Sports Take and of JAKIB Sports YouTube Network. And look, I've been going there since I was a little kid. They've been family owned since 1985. You got Alex and the crew there every day making the food fresh. This is not holdover from the day before, sitting under a heat lamp, any of that kind of stuff. The great thing too is, man, if you're a pizza lover like I am, 20 different styles of pizza. They have slices to go as well, but you can also call up and put a request in for a special kind of pizza. That's right. You name it, they'll make it. Specialized pizza your way. And they don't just do pizza, by the way. Fresh pasta, sandwiches, wraps, wings, salads. Bravo Pizza of Havertown is fully committed to the community as well. They have fundraisers. They have charities for schools, for little leagues, for where all the proceeds go to those organizations. You could follow them on Facebook or Instagram for specials and promotions at the Bravo Pizza of Havertown, 1305 Westchester Pike, Manoa Shopping Center in Havertown. That's 1305 Westchester Pike, Manoa Shopping Center in Havertown. 610-446-3810, 610-446-3810.